Welcome to another episode of the All Four Downs podcast. I'm your host, Obi-Wan. It is week 8 of the NFL, and already the LA Chargers are defeating at this moment to the Minnesota Vikings 14 to nothing. But that's all right because that's not one of the games we are choosing. But we definitely have a lot of things in common that Hector and I discuss of our top 6 NFL games. And once again, we will go ahead and choose each other's picks to see if we got each other's right. But that's all right. That's for later. That's for third down, man. Uh, First down, we're going to recap of what happened in these NFL games in the past week. Week 2, looking at the standings in the playoff perspection, right? Or
Playoffs.
perspective, excuse me.
Playoffs.
And then I'm going to end the note with a fully support of the commissioner of the NFL. We got that and much, much more. So let's go ahead and dive right in, Hector. First down. Wow, the Packers took care of business against the Cardinals 27 to 23. A game in which, once again, the Cardinals had the lead, but it just didn't have enough. And it just seemed like the Cardinals attitude and the spark of this game was better without Kyler Murray. That's the vibe that I got, even though the Packers won.
Yeah, but should have been this close. Period. I mean, I was so high on the Green Bay at the beginning of the season, and they're not really showing me that they're Super Bowl contenders.
Any team going against the Cardinals, they know it's going to be a fourth quarter game. So if you win the fourth quarter, you win the game.
Yeah,
so
Packers did that.
That's good, right?
Yeah.
But you're right. If you look at the first half, they were down 13 to 6. You would think that the Packers, again, is it the travel? It's what is going on when you head down to Arizona? I'm telling you, there's just something that, if the Cardinals did not make these careless mistakes, I wouldn't be surprised if at least had one loss in the season. But it is what it is. On the other side there on my screen, the Giants blowing away, giving up 33 points in the fourth quarter. It's something that it's unheard of. And the reason why is the Giants scored 13 points in the fourth quarter, and you would think they had sealed the deal. That did not happen.
I don't even know how to even explain this game and scratch my head. This is just a monumental meltdown. This is this New York state of embarrassment to the New York Giants. I mean, when you thought all things can go wrong, then they just added more. They just said, hold my beer, and I'll just show you how other ways we can just ruin fans' lives, And what did you decide to do in the fourth quarter to change up the momentum here that you had going into this fourth quarter? I mean, why change the game plan? What was it? I don't get it.
I tell you what, you ready for this? The Giants missed a point after attempt, made the game 13 to nothing. When they scored another touchdown, they did they tried a 2-point conversion and failed. Already you lost 3 points. I don't understand. I really don't. And then watch this. You're up 19 to nothing. Then you allow Denver to score a touchdown. All right, that's fine. They got the 2-point conversion. Yeah. Oh, by the way, the Denver Broncos scored another touchdown and still got a 2-point conversion. That's 16 points. But by then, of course, Jackson Dart did throw a touchdown in between. It was 26 to 8, 26 to 16, right? And then they give up another touchdown. It's like it was 3 and out, and Bo Nix at the right time got on fire in the fourth quarter. Now it's 26-23. Then another touchdown, 30 to 26. But then the Giants did answer back, but they got another point attempt failed. That is 4 points that the Giants gave up and still allow the Denver Broncos to win this game. Honestly,
Bo Nix's arm should have fell off during this game, throwing 50 attempts and completed more than half of them.
Mm.
I mean, this is just utterly ridiculous. I mean, it's just an embarrassment to New York, New Jersey. It's an embarrassment to the Giants fans and the organization that you did something that no team in NFL history has ever done.
Yeah. Yeah. I do believe you. I
And,
believe you.
and we don't even have
Yeah.
the worst. We don't even have the worst defense in the league. Okay,
Well,
and yet,
eventually we did in the fourth quarter.
God Almighty,
And then no one's taking accountability. The owner, I don't even know what the owner's doing, to be honest with you.
dude,
Look,
this
the
is
Giants went 0-4 away, had a chance to at least creep up to the division rivals, and that didn't happen. Now their next game is against the Eagles, while the Broncos, well, they're hosting the Dallas Cowboys, but more to it later on. Other games, the Bengals finally to beat the Steelers 33-31. Oh yeah, Bengals got this senior citizen guy as a starting quarterback. Just saying. So, Mike Tomlin, keep your mouth shut, man. Just focus on the Pittsburgh Steelers because the Bengals just slapped you with it and made you shut up. Because
the
Joe Flacco,
the
there's a
Bengals,
reason.
the Bengals only played 2 quarters and still won that game.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
yeah.
But you know,
But Aaron Rodgers is supposed to be the best, right?
but in fairness, this is a division rival between these two teams. No matter who's the quarterback, these two teams know each other pretty well. You know,
Look, the Browns, they're tanking. And I think Mike Thomas is upset about that. But don't be going about Joe Flacco because Flacco he got the last laugh on that game. The Eagles beat the Vikings 28-22. It is what it is on that game. And then the Colts. I'm a believer now. I am a believer. Yes, the Colts are 6-1. I hope that I hope they stayed the way they are, but Daniel Jones is just making things happen with the Indianapolis Colts, man. I mean, what can I say? Look, 17 points in the second quarter, 15 points in the third quarter, something he couldn't do, or maybe it's just the staff of the New York Giants that are unable to score that much points in one quarter. But yeah, they got it going on. So Matt, props to that. Let's go ahead and focus on the second down. Hector, look, we can see both of these right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
We are seeing the one and only, the current NFL, the NFC and the AFC playoff standing as of right now. And the NFC, 9 teams are above 500. The Green Bay Packers leading the way with the 49ers, Eagles, and Bucks still tied and leading their division. Surprisingly, the Detroit Lions in the wild card with Seattle and the Los Angeles Rams. Still plenty of football. We're almost halfway through the season. But, I mean, as of right now, look at this picture. I'm just surprised that the Lions are not on top, but there's still plenty of football. And I think that tiebreaker, that tie that the Packers have is going to make a huge difference.
If the Packers continue playing well football, good football, that tie is going to help them. It's going to be almost considered a win for them because the percentage is what's going to get them, and that's what they're going to look at. I'm not a believer right now with the Packers at 4-1. I'm just going to excuse the tie because, that could have gone either way, but I'm not a believer in the Packers just yet. I mean, I was in the beginning of the season how things were going, but they're squeaking by when they shouldn't be. They should be 6-0, but because you lost to Cleveland, you shouldn't have lost that game. You lost it in the fourth quarter, right? It doesn't matter if you're in Cleveland or not. You shouldn't have blown a fourth quarter lead like that. And then with the Cowboys, well, you allowed that offense to do what they wanted to do. I mean, you should have stopped them. I mean, but so I'm right now not a believer in the Packers just yet. The 49ers, to me, they're finding a way of doing it. Injuries is not an excuse. They're finding a way of winning. I like the Buccaneers, though. I do. I really do.
I'll tell you what. I'm still supporting the LA Rams to win, to represent the NFC, but I cannot excuse myself with the San Francisco 49ers and what they're doing with their backups. The backups is carrying this 49ers.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Mac Jones as a starting quarterback and
Who?
Purdy whenever his toe gets fixed and ready to go. And then you got other players that are banged up. And I'm like, damn, yo, if they had all their players, I couldn't even tell you how better more can the 49ers be in each game, man. And
Yeah.
still be 5-2 right now. I gotta
Mhm.
give them credit. Eagles, they're a suspect. 5-2. I'm not sold on them just yet. On the other side, mad respect to the Indianapolis Colts as of right now.
I'm not sold on them. We've
Mm.
seen this. We've seen this in the past where teams have gone on a hot tear during the regular season, first good half, maybe deep into the second half. They look like they're the team to represent, and then they stop falling apart. I want to see more of Daniel Jones. He's surrounded by good coaching and in a better environment, so I know he's relaxed. He's got a good state of mind going on right now, so he's actually get to play football like he's supposed to, and I give him credit for that. But I'm not sold on the Colts yet. I want to see them play somebody really tough who can really push Daniel Jones, a defense that could push Daniel Jones to the limit to see if he can work under pressure. So I'm not really sold on them, but I can see them going pretty far.
Well, I tell you what, in 2 weeks they play the Steelers. In a month they will play the Chiefs. And later down the road, they are playing the San Francisco 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
And the last two games of their regular season, they will be playing the Jaguars and the Texans. So, oh yeah, they also play the Seahawks. They're a winning team. So their schedule is going to get challenging towards the second half.
Yeah.
So definitely on that. Big surprise is that the New England Patriots are leading the AFC East, and that's going to be a great battle between the Patriots and the Bills.
Mm-hmm.
So I do expect them to be in the playoffs. The Chargers, if they win big on Thursday night, I can see that their season will turn around for a positive. And then one big surprise. I just know that the Kansas City Chiefs, they're gonna make the playoffs. It's just a question that which top 7 here that you see on the screen is gonna be left out. So yeah, there you go. Let's go ahead and move on to wrong slide there. That was the old one. Let's move on to third down, shall we?
Yeah.
It is our week 8 picks, and we'll start it off. These are some similarities right now. The Bills and the Panthers. We'll start with that at 1:00 game. I know for a fact, Hector, I think you're picking the Bills in this game.
What gave it away?
You're
Get it away.
Fanatic. A Bill fanatic, and guess what? I'm with you too.
Hey, I'm with the Mafia.
The Bills and the Panthers.
The Mafia, baby.
The Mafia. Hey, talking about mafias. You want to be in the NBA right now because they got a couple of suspects there and some mafias arrested. I think they arrested like 32 personnel. Which, oh, by the way, there are 32 teams in the NFL.
I'm minding my business and having my drink.
Yeah. Let's go move on to bottom left-hand corner. The 49ers and the Texans. I forgot to ask you, do you think I'm picking the Bills?
Yeah, you're picking the Bills.
I gave you that answer. That's right.
Yeah.
All right. 49ers and Texans. Who do you think I'm going for?
You're going with the Niners.
You know what? Man, you know me well. Yes, I am. 49ers. I am picking and you picking the 49ers too. I know you are.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. All right. Yes, I do. I don't know what's up with the Texans. This might be a surprising game if the Texans do win. But the 49ers on both sides of the ball are looking awesome. They're 3-1 on the road. Texans, I thought it would be a better season for them, man. I don't know what's up with CJ Stroud and the rest of that team. It's mind-boggling how they're performing.
Yeah.
But however, the one thing I like is, and sadder to say, this game is not at Green Bay, but Aaron Rodgers will be facing his former team, the Packers and Steelers in Pittsburgh. This is a game in which we just talked about earlier about the Packers, the way they've been playing. The Packers need to win this game. They need to just to show that the Aaron Rodgers story is completely over and that Jordan Love is the man. I am And I am picking the Packers. Who you picking?
Oh, I thought I was supposed to try to figure out if you was going
Yeah,
for
it's just this game it's more of a different meaning
right.
because if you know me, I am not a Aaron Rodgers fan, so I am going to go against them. So I'm taking the
No,
Packers.
I've got the Packers in this game too. I just think both teams are kind of shaky right now, but I think Green Bay's in a better place right now, and I think they can outperform Pittsburgh at their own stadium. So we shall see if Mike Tomlin has any tricks up his sleeve to take down this Green Bay Packer team. But
Well, I'll tell you what, the Packers itself, like the Steelers need to win to prove everybody that they are contenders.
yeah, yeah,
Right now, their division's weak. You got the bang up Ravens. You have the Bengals don't have their star quarterback, and then there's the Browns, right?
yeah.
So, but hey, it is what it is. We'll see on that game. That should be the game of the week. It's a Sunday night football game anyway.
Yes, it is.
So the Cowboys visit the Broncos. I say, you are going for the Denver Broncos.
What is there something on my face that reads Denver on my forehead?
Absolutely.
Is it do I have 33 tattooed on my face or something? Do I have fourth quarter written on my hand or something?
Yeah. Yes. I see it right now.
Yeah, look, Denver's defense, man, they should be able to shut down Dak Prescott, I would think. And Dallas's defense is just awfully garbage. So Bo Nick should be able to throw 100 times in this game and score 33 points before halftime. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a question if Denver's defense can slow down the Dallas, or we're gonna have a shootout in the mile high.
Yeah, about that. Yeah, mile high indeed. And the Broncos are 3-0 at home. That's
You
a good
better,
one.
yeah. I don't think you pick Dallas. I don't know what good reason you would say to have Dallas win this game over Denver. This I got to hear. Look, I got my drink right here. I'm ready to just sip on it and just listen to what you guys to say or why Dallas is gonna win this game, bro.
Oh man, let me put up some stats for you real quick because
Oh,
I had
stats.
my notes with me. I know. Listen, I'm looking at the Broncos on a different perspective here. You ready? First and foremost, the Dallas Cowboys has lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in a row against the Denver Broncos. Can you believe that? 7 in a row?
No, I wouldn't have really thought about that.
7 in a row. And the last meeting they had was back in 2021. They lost in Dallas. The score was 30-16.
Yeah, I remember that game. Yeah.
The Denver Broncos has been manhandling. The Denver Broncos has been manhandling the Dallas Cowboys 7 in a row.
And they only play
But there's something off with the Broncos this year. Yeah, I know they're 5-2, but have you noticed the way they've been winning their games?
Yeah, like scoring 33 points in the fourth quarter. Yeah.
Okay, they should have lost that game. They should have lost. But if you look, the Titans won by 1 possession, the Colts by 1 point, the Chargers, they lost to the Chargers by a field goal.
Mm-hmm.
Then they beat the Bengals, but they were, they didn't have their star player. They barely beat the Eagles. And they won by 2 points against the New York Jets. And they beat the Giants by 1 point. You see what I'm saying? Like the Denver's winning, but I'm like looking at I'm confused. But then you got the Dallas Cowboys, which they're coming out strong. Like they won last week. They're looking good. And I know you're saying about their defense because look, they beat the Commanders 44-22.
They only should have 2 wins, the Cowboys.
But I get it that the quarterback was hurt. They had Mariota, whatever his name is, and he was no help for the Commanders. Yes, the Cowboys lost to the Panthers. Yes, they lost to the Bears and the Eagles. But they did beat the Giants.
Barely.
They did convincingly beat the Jets, but how do you measure the Denver Broncos? I am not sold on the Broncos this year, especially Bo Nix, who has not been playing well and waiting until the last quarter just to perform. There's something off here. This is the reason why I am picking the Dallas Cowboys to defeat the Denver Broncos. I am. I think they're going to snap their 7-game losing streak and they're going to make a win out of this. I'm not saying it's a blowout. It's going to be a good game. I really do. But of course, injuries are going to be a factor in this game and everything else. But as long as that offense stay active the way they've done it, I do believe that the Cowboys has a chance to pull an upset and defeat the Denver Broncos.
The Cowboys have the least amount of points the Cowboys has given up is 22 points. That is an average of 3 touchdowns a game that the Cowboys are giving up a game at an average to every opponent this year, to include the Jets, who hasn't won a game. If the
Jets the Broncos can't put points. That's what I'm saying. It's like they come out of miracles in the last quarter.
The Cowboys ranked last in defense. There should be no reason why they put up 3 touchdowns before halftime against the Cowboys at home. This is not going to be against the Giants. This is not going to be a Giants game. They're not going to get shut down for 3 quarters. Bo Nix and this offense, they're going to start lighting up the Denver and Mile High lights sky with this Dallas Cowboys defense. And we're going to see another who's going to have the ball last between these two teams. That's all the Cowboys are doing this year. That's how they're playing football, because they should have lost to the Packers. They should have lost to the Giants. Okay, I mean, embarrassing losing to the Panthers and the Bears. Dude, the Cowboys to me is in a disarray. To me, the Broncos seem to be more stable team than the Cowboys this year. Mm-hmm. I mean, just looking at it, the way the Cowboys are playing this year, oh gosh, it's just awful, dude. And
I hear you.
And then the Cowboys got the Cardinals next. I mean, Kyler Murray could probably have a lead after 3 quarters against the Cowboys.
If he decides to come back, because I think more of his feelings hurt. But other than that, I get you. I totally understand. You got all valid points, man.
Well, you do.
But
too.
I'm just looking at things like we're on the turning point of the season.
Yeah.
And yet the Broncos have not gone all wheels up. And it's almost like, hey, I can't believe we're in first place.
Yeah.
But the Chiefs in that division are playing an awesome football.
They have
anyone in that division.
Dude, woken up a sleeping giant. That's what they've done.
I'm just saying.
That's what they've done.
Just saying. All right. Let's move on. The Titans and the Colts. These are the games that Hector and I did not pick. We have our differences here. My pick is the Titans and the Colts. I'm taking the Colts over the Titans. And Hector, the Commanders versus the Chiefs.
Well, I did pick that game too.
Oh, yes, you did.
So
yes, you did.
I already said it a couple of seconds ago. They done woke up a sleeping giant. I got the Chiefs winning this game. I don't care what they say. I don't care what anybody says. The Chiefs.
I think I messed up on these slides, man. I think I did.
Yeah, well, you're missing my game that we have. We only have
one. No. I got it right there.
Okay.
Yeah. So the Commanders and the Chiefs we both picked. I picked the Chiefs.
And I got the Chiefs.
Right. Jaden Daniels is not going to play this weekend. So that's been announced. He is out for the game. So definitely the Chiefs will more greater favor to win this game. And then lastly, the Bears and the Ravens. This is all you.
Yes. Look, this game, I know there's a lot of injuries, and you got to pick a game, and stuff like that. I picked this game because I think it's kind of interesting with these two teams. I mean, two teams are going in complete opposite directions. But would you have an idea who I might have picked in this game?
I will say the Ravens.
And why would you think the Ravens?
Yo, you never know what you're gonna get out of them Bears, bro. The minute you pick the Bears, they lose. So if you pick the Ravens, Bears gonna win.
Yeah.
Well, look, Look. Some of the players are coming back from injury.
Yeah,
But I can't you can't like I don't know. Listen, if you look at this game, the Ravens know how to play D. It may not
Mhm.
look at it, but if their last game were against the Rams, and they lost 17-3. So it's pretty much the offense, right? Um, I think they'll be in good hands. I really do.
and
I
they got
really think that the Ravens will get out of this slump. They can't dig themselves bigger than what they are right now. They
they
just
got
can't do that.
they got Allstate.
It's stupid.
He said they were in good hands.
Yeah, they in good hands. You got that. What's that dude that always get into accidents?
Oh yeah, mayhem. Yeah,
Yeah.
look,
Look, Lamar Jackson's list is questionable. We'll see if he's going to play or not. I haven't heard anything that he's going to get back into the lineup. Derrick Henry needs to pull out his head out his butt and really like secure the ball and start rushing, unless he's showing his age, right? And then you got Flowers as wide receiver. He's the leading wide receiver, right? But you got to depend on that defense. Yeah, and what was that dude's name? Their tackle, Mama Duke, Mama
yeah,
Buke.
yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he's in an injured reserve, but it's always the next man up, right? And yeah, on the other side of the ball, Caleb Williams, not trustworthy,
Never.
but you got Swift. If they could be able to run the ball, right? I think they slow down the game, run the ball. The Bears have an advantage to winning this game. Right now, the Ravens are favored at 6.5 points. Now, to me, that's a lot. I don't get it. Um, I really don't. I really don't get it.
I don't either, and everything points to the Bears, but I'm going for the Ravens in this game. I
Mhm.
know the Ravens, is giving up a league worst 32 points a game, and the only win they got is against the Browns in week 2. Nothing seems to be going their way, but I feel like this is going to be the turnaround game for them. If you start looking at their schedule after the Bears, everything seems to be a little bit favorable in their way. So they could start creeping back to 500 eventually. They're not making the
Mhm.
playoffs, but they're not sticking. They're not staying at this one win. I'm sorry. They're going to win the next few.
No,
I
I
think they're
don't know
going
if
to
they're
win.
trying to tank or something,
No,
but
I don't think this is the type of team that's tanking. If you want to talk about tanking, I would look at somebody like the Dolphins or
more
the
the Browns.
Jets or the
Yeah,
Browns. One of those three,
yeah,
not the Ravens. I don't see the Ravens tanking, for a first round pick or something like that. No. But I
yeah.
do got the Ravens winning this game at home. So yes.
Yeah. Listen, there's a couple of things we could talk about right when it comes to tanking, but the Miami Dolphins, Tua Tagovailoa, like, just remember that they got their head coach right because they didn't want Brian Flores anymore.
Right.
Brian Flores said that he's not a fan of Tua Tagovailoa, that he don't deserve to be the starting quarterback, and the whole thing about them purposely losing because the ownership wanted him to,
Right.
you know, it's a lot. But when you got a guy like that, that's a winner. I wish he was the head coach of the New York Giants. That's just my opinion. I think we got the wrong Brian, but it is what it is. There are other issues, man, and it's confusing sometimes when you see players getting traded. It's still mid-season and everything else, and it's not like they play like 100 something games. It's
Yeah.
only 17 weeks, so I think by then, when you're trying to make these trades and everything else, it's like that if they're getting rid of players, it's just getting ready for the draft.
Yeah.
So that team's already done,
Yep. They're done.
and it's not
But
fair. It's not like baseball. You make trades and you trying to benefit for yourself and everybody else. It's magical because you never know. Too many games and anything could give you a spark. But in the NFL, man, it's just a short season for this stuff.
right.
So, but anyhow, moving on to fourth down. And last week I talked about the halftime show. I'm glad that NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell got on the mic and made it public that he is truly supporting Bad Bunny, and he is not the only decision maker on this. Jay-Z is making decisions too for the halftime show, right? And you want to talk about America make great again and everything else. People are petitioning for Bad Bunny to step down and put George Strait to be in the halftime show. Let me ask you something. I know who George Strait is. He's one of my favorite country singers. I love his lyrics. But how many of the current population right now know about George Strait?
Not the new
Probably
generation. Not the new
the
generation.
new generation don't know who George Strait is.
No.
No. And if you take a look at it, it's basically more popularity of what's going on now on the market. Bad Bunny is the market and it's best for business. And as much negativity you give Bad Bunny, the record amount of people are going to watch Bad Bunny. And if you thought his concerts in Puerto Rico was record breaking, just wait for the halftime show. And I would like to say thank you to all those politicians that lowered their standards on how to be professional and representing we the people.
Yeah.
Okay. I had a great conversation with many others about it, and it's embarrassing to focus on a Super Bowl halftime show and trying to petition or create your own show to put on a different channel than focusing on the government shutdown that's currently happening, affecting millions of Americans. But you only want to focus on something that has nothing to do in improving our government.
Yeah.
That's all I got. Thank you for watching All Four Downs podcast. And once again, we'll be back each and every week to tune in to no other than, yeah, you know it, football, baby. All Four Downs. I'm loving it. You loving it. We're all enjoying this weekend. And don't forget to tune in on Sunday for the updated top 25 of college football. And Tuesday will be the last Tuesday before we get our college football committee going on to see how are our college football players looking like. Oh, we got that and a lot more. Thank you for watching. Take care, everyone. Hector V and myself, we out. Yeah.